The Whisper Beneath the Waterfall, a story of inner peace and letting go. In the mist-covered mountains of Kyoto, hidden behind thick bamboo groves and moss-covered stones, there stood an ancient monastery known to few. Monks here had trained for decades in silence, reflection, and complete detachment. Among them lived a young monk named Cain, a devoted disciple with fire in his heart and questions in his mind. Cain was not born into stillness. He came from a city of noise, betrayal, and scars. His father had abandoned the family when Cain was only 7. His mother worked endlessly, and Cain had grown up believing that the world was a cold place. Every night his anger would simmer like a storm beneath the calm. When Cain turned 20, he fled to the mountains, hoping to find answers in silence. But even in the monastery, even after 5 years of training, he couldn't escape the haunting memories. He followed every rule. He meditated, fasted, served the elder monks. But the rage never truly left him. One day the head monk, Master Ryosei, approached Cain after morning meditation. With deep, kind eyes he said, "You carry a fire, Cain, but it burns you, not the darkness." Master Ryosei handed him a small scroll. It read, "Go to the waterfall. Stay there until you understand why the water does not hold anger." Cain, confused but obedient, left at dawn and trekked through the wild forest. After a long hike, he arrived at the monastery's sacred waterfall, a towering stream that crashed endlessly into a shimmering pool. He sat, he watched, for hours, for days. Each moment he tried to become the water, but thoughts of his father, his past and his wounds flooded him. He screamed at the waterfall, "Why don't you feel what I feel? Why don't you care?" A week passed. His food ran out. His patience shattered. His fists clenched. Then one morning, as the sun spilled gold onto the water, he finally broke. He cried, not in anger, but with a grief he'd never allowed himself to feel. He wept into the water, and suddenly something shifted. The waterfall didn't stop. It didn't rush harder. It didn't judge. It just flowed. In that silence, Cain heard it. Not a sound, but a knowing. Let go. What flows lives. What holds breaks. And in that moment, Cain understood. He had spent his life clinging to fire, to blame, to wounds, to the idea that pain made him strong. But the waterfall was strong because it flowed, not because it fought. Cain returned to the monastery after 21 days, barefoot, thin but transformed. He bowed before Master Ryosei and whispered, "I have seen my reflection in the water, and it is not anger, it is peace." From that day forward, Cain became a teacher, not just of words, but of presence. He helped others understand that true strength is not in holding on, but in releasing. He became known as Cain the Whisper, the monk whose silence spoke louder than any scream. The moral of the story: anger does not make you powerful. Letting go does. What you carry will either weigh you down or set you free. The waterfall teaches not to fight every emotion, but to flow through them with patience and grace. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.